OH, baby. OH. That's what I'm talking about. That's the intensity. That's living up to the standard that is the Ohio State Buckeye tradition. Wow, we needed that. Ryan Day needed that. That team needed it. The community needed it. Damn, that was a good win. Woo! There's so much noise from Tennessee's fan base. Newsflash, guys. Ohio State tickets are ridiculously expensive. And especially when a bunch of people just paid for expensive Michigan tickets and they got their asses handed to them, they're probably just looking at their bank account being like, should we go? Should we not go? That's why the tickets were so damn cheap. That's why people weren't in there, because of the Michigan loss, not the passion for the program. Ohio State is a different place, okay? It's the whole world at Ohio State is football. The community is football. It's a different freaking environment. And when it's 20 freaking degrees, toughness matters, mentality matters, and the Big Ten has it. That was a big win for Ohio State, and that was a big win for the Big Ten. I am freaking jacked up. In today's video, I'm going to give grades. I'm going to jump on the whiteboard. I'm going to show the film. Please consider subscribing. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, I'm so glad you're back. Trying to build something cool here, Bears by the Ivy. We talk football in the fall, mainly schemes. I do a little hot takes, of course, but I mainly talk about the actual schemes and the fundamentals of the sport of football. And then the summer, it's about drinking beers in Wrigleyville, having a good time. So more business in the fall. But geez, what an incredible win. So needed for the program. And I like Ryan Day. I've been hot on Ryan Day, but I like Ryan Day. I think he's a good dude. And so I'm happy for him getting the win. Would I still like Mike Rabel? Yeah, I'd be so pumped about it. But you got to give your props. They finally attacked. So let's go grades, whiteboard, and then film will be throughout the video. Grades, Ohio State, Ryan Day an A because he was finally aggressive. You have all this talent on the team. And if you sit back and you think the talented plays are going to make themselves, they don't. You have to take the ball and attack with it. Attack in the power run game. Get Henderson. Get him loose. Attack deep balls with Smith, Ibuka. That's exactly what Ryan Day did. Absolutely loved it. Will Howard, an A. Finally, the dude threw the ball without fear. The timidness that we see him all the time. Oh, after a play, he's like, oh, that wasn't in this game. He threw the ball with authority. Led well. Will Howard, A. First A grade I'm giving him all year. Congratulations, Howard. Really stepped up. Great leadership. Really enjoyed it. Offense, A. Man, they had everything. They had the running game, the passing game, and I want to give a special shout out to the O-line, because if you don't know, like 3 of Ohio State's starters from the beginning of the season are out. We have guys shifting all over the O-line. There's only like one guy who's playing the position they started the season at. The offensive line for Ohio State stepped up large. I mean, I'm going to show some tape on it, but unbelievable by the offensive line. Just want to give them a special shout out for the adversity they faced and how they responded. Defense, A. Holy cow. The intensity. Finally, these seniors, Sawyers of the world, step up and lead a full game of high intensity. I mean, Sawyer looked like freaking A.J. Hawk today. That was just unbelievable, and I absolutely loved it. Special teams, I'm going to give a C. I'm still worried about our kicking game. I think our kicking game needs work. I would actually probably just go to the backup kicker, see what he's got, but you know, I'm worried. I know he was a 50-whatever yarder, but still, this guy just doesn't seem very confident, and field goals matter. Field goals absolutely matter. All right, Tennessee grades here. High-pulled F, unprepared. I hate unprepared coaches. I gave Signetti an F, even though I went to IU. Like, you can't go in to Ohio Stadium and be that unprepared. You know the lights are going to be bright. Even if you have 40,000 of your own fans, okay? That was the easiest environment to ever play Ohio State in their home stadium, when you literally had like 40,000 of your own fans and you came out so flat. That was an embarrassment. Nico, the quarterback, he had guts and he played with guts, but he's not a good leader. He has talent. He's a smart player. He's a good football player. but he doesn't have great leadership ability. And guess what? When you're going into the horseshoe, any of these big time college football environments, you have to be able to use your voice. You can't get your bell rung and then walk off the field. When you get attacked and you get drilled and you get sacked and your ribs bounce off the turf, you get up and you start commanding the offense. You go on the sideline and you freaking get in people's faces and you rally them up. You are on shift as a quarterback through a 60-minute game. You're constantly talking, communicating, and making sure that your teammates are ready to rock for the challenge that is playing in high-intensity college football. And for that, I'm giving him a C. For his effort, I would give him A. For the leadership, I would give him a D. I'm giving him a C total, but I think he's got a bright future. I would take him literally in the offseason to leadership training in like the business world and really have this dude understand communication. Offense, Tennessee offense, overall C. They were just flat. The offensive line didn't show up. Their run game, which was pretty good all season from what I saw on tape, just didn't have it. Defense, C. Their cornerbacks weren't there, and they were pretty intense. They're pretty risky throughout the season in terms of taking big chances, but they didn't play it all today, and that defensive line just didn't show up. Special teams, B. Tennessee. Another thing too is like you could tell that Ohio State was way more prepared because the amount of guys that were like sitting on the ground for Tennessee. They just looked cold, and I loved it. I loved it. Look at these. So many Tennessee fans were talking about the weather. Or they were talking about how Ohio State was talking about the weather. Hey, dude, it's 20 degrees. It's 100,000 people. It's at nighttime. It's cold. And when you hit, your freaking pads are stuck to the jersey. There's no fluidity. There's no hot air. It's just like stiffness in your entire body. So when you hit, it's extra hard. It's Buckeye weather. It's Big Ten weather. Like I said, big one for the Big Ten. Okay, I'm going to talk about Ohio State offense right here. Before the game, I talked about this, that there's a couple areas that I really wanted to see Ohio State attack because Georgia attacked these areas against Tennessee and they were really successful. Number one is the seams, okay? And this is where Jeremiah Smith and Ibuka, but mainly Smith, dominated. And this is where, Ryan Day finally let Will Howard just throw the rock, dude. Literally just throw the damn rock. And it was absolute domination. Once again, a surprise about the Tennessee corners not stepping up. But once again, I don't think Tennessee's ever seen receivers like Ohio State's receivers. It's receiver U for crying out loud. Let's talk about the Ohio State run game. Finally, they figured out that they are a power run team only. They can't run stretch and they don't run quick well. They run power better than anyone I've ever seen. Their schemes are so technical. It's like I can't even fathom that they would even try to do what they actually do on the football field. It's remarkable, okay? Henderson's run. I'm going to literally break it down right here what happened. I can't even believe they do this, okay? The hole's right here, okay? That's where they're trying to run, okay? They're running power to the left that kind of has somewhat of a counter. It's like counter power is the way I would really think of it, okay? This center is going to block down away from the hole. These two guys right here are going to work on this inside defensive tackle, and they're going to push him this way, right? Away from the hole. This tackle is leaving this guy right here, and he's helping with the inside tackle and then working up to this linebacker. This guard is pulling and hitting the defensive end who's in the hole. This tight end is pulling and hitting this outside linebacker, okay? And this is all happening in like a second. And then Henderson had a great read, hit the hole, saw the blocking was so good that he could bounce and just took it the distance. Are you kidding me? How many teams in the country can do that? That is unbelievable discipline and trust in your offensive group. And if you can do this, you can win a national championship. All right? All right, I want to finish with a special shout out to the defense, especially the defensive line. Just unbelievable hustle and effort, and I love the enthusiasm that you guys played with, and I hope you keep that up against Oregon. Oregon's going to be an extremely challenging, tough test. But if you have that energy and you can show the endurance that you showed tonight, then I really do like Ohio State's chances. And as an Ohio State fan, it just felt so good to finally see a Ryan Day team have intensity and have some fight, because I feel like that's been missing for a couple years now. And damn, that was a great win for the fan base. Congratulations to everyone on the Ohio State team, and then congratulations to us Ohio State fans for freaking keeping a positive spirit, even though we've fought a little bit against these guys, but keeping the positive spirit and the standard that is Ohio State football. It's an amazing thing to be part of. And if you're a Tennessee fan and you're still watching this video, thank you. But hey, man, you guys had a great season. Keep your head up. My IU team, I went to IU. And if you're a Tennessee fan, keep your head up. Drive home safe, number one. But keep your head up. You guys got a great program and also an amazing football culture as well. In terms of your fan base, it's pretty electric and showed a lot of heart traveling 5 hours up to Columbus. Talked a lot of smack, but you got a lot of heart, and I think all of us can respect that. Please consider subscribing. I'm just getting going here. I have a shop. I sell a bunch of my Beers by the Ivy merch. Check that out too. But yeah, thank you so much for checking out this video. I know you can click on so many different videos on this topic, so give it mine a chance. I just really appreciate it. All right, guys. What a fun game. All right. Talk soon.